Cheers.
Cheers. So Joseph Williams here, Silent Mike. He needs no introduction, but do you want to tell the people who you are a little bit?
My name's Mike Farr. Most people call me Silent Mike. I guess I'm a coach, power lifter, content creator. Played basketball a long time in my life. Kind of turned that into, I guess it is what I do now. Kind of strength conditioning, powerlifting. That's it. That's what I do.
Awesome.
Met a lot of people in my career. Rubbed elbows with probably the best in the strength game, the current strength game. Tried to soak up as much knowledge as I can over the last about 8 years or so. Did some podcasting, do a little bit of YouTube, do a little bit of traveling. Try to lift some weights here and there.
Man does it all. That's awesome, dude. So, you were talking about you spent some time with the best and whatnot.
Yeah.
With spending a lot of time with Mark Bell.
Yeah.
And I know, you kind of went your own way to set your own path. How's that going?
Things are good, man. Can't complain. So I kind of got my start in the more legitimate strength game with Mark Bell's training gym. I was training, coaching, owning my own facility probably 8-10 years ago. And then I joined Super Training, began working for the company Slingshot, and learned a lot from Mark about training, about life, about business. But I had an itch to travel, I had an itch to be on my own, I had an itch to explore. Recently I stopped working for Slingshot. We're still homies. Everyone on the internet wants to know. Yeah, text them the other day. Text a little Smokey and some of the other Super Training guys this morning. But everything's good. Everything's good. No direct path, and that's kind of my point. I just wanted to travel. I wanted to go. I wanted to explore. Staying in Houston for a couple days and have a very blank schedule. I'm here chatting with you guys, sipping coffee. I want to hit a gym. I got a gym lined up. I want to sleep. I want to chill in a hotel. I want to Uber around, do whatever I want.
Dude, that's awesome. Just living life.
That's the goal.
Going by the seat of your pants.
Yeah. That's the goal.
Dude, that's awesome. That's a pretty envious lifestyle for sure.
I'm lucky. I worked really, really hard. I dropped out of college, and since then, I guess age 19, even in college and high school, I've been working. So worked ever since. I got some funds, and we'll ride this thing till the funds run out.
There you go. There you go. Well, dude, so you do a lot of training and whatnot with powerlifting.
Yeah.
I know. I saw a few months ago. You were training Hayden Schneider.
So I worked with Hayden for a little while. Yeah. Hayden hit me up. Hayden. Most people I found on the fitness industry on Instagram, like I became to network with, are people that maybe don't powerlift, but they like squat, bench, dead, and do something else. Like even Dana Lynn Bailey. Like, I thought she was dope from day one because, like, okay, she's like physique champion, this and that. Obviously popular on the internet and very successful business, but she's like squat, bench, dead. So I think that's dope, rather than like doing fake workouts, or you mentioned off camera. Your wife got a less than desirable program from a fitness person. I'm not a big fan of those people. I like people that get after it, and so Hayden was one of those guys. And I think we just chatted on Twitter. I sent him some Slingshot gear a while ago, probably like 3 years ago, so we've known each other, but not really. And then he's like, yeah, man, like, I want to hit some new PRs. So, worked with him for a little while, and then now I think he's trying to diet and just dick around in the gym. So,
Well, I mean, that's the thing about fitness. It's a marathon, not a sprint. Our goals are constantly changing as we're moving forward.
Yeah, 100%.
That's awesome. So, when you started, did you ever think that you would be where you are now?
One, I don't know where I am right now. Two, I don't know. I know I'd probably be coaching of some nature for the rest of my life. My dad was a coach in basketball since I was probably in 3rd grade. My mom was a teacher for 20 years, so a little bit of that is just probably in me to kind of share information. If I thought I'd be putting my face on the internet and people watching it, probably not. When we started the podcast, which was kind of my trampoline into, again, whatever it is I do, I didn't really even know what a podcast was. I don't think I'd ever listened to a podcast. So you just begin talking, and same thing with YouTube. I'd watched some YouTube. I know those guys, like Barquan and Omar. These guys become my friends that do YouTube, but I never thought it would be a career path for me now.
Right. That's awesome.
It just kind of happened.
Yeah, for sure. So with with all your training and stuff, you said you're looking to do your own garage gym.
Yeah.
What are you desiring most out of that garage gym?
I think I have a lot of awesome places I can train. Obviously, Super Training Gym, a gym called Untamed Strength, run by Alan Thrall. Both amazing facilities. But even going back to kind of what I'm doing now, like I want it to be mine. And so having a gym where I can control the music, I can control the lighting, I can do all that for even better content, or just to punch down the wall if I get really pissed off. Like I can't do that in someone else's gym or this nice coffee shop. But at my place I could, and then deal with it afterwards. So, you know, basics. I just probably need some lights. I need a squat rack. I need a barbell. Any sponsors out there that want to talk to me, hit me up. But yeah, just really just a place I can squat, bench, dead. I've gone to Olympic weightlifting a little bit, so a place maybe try to get some bumpers in there. Other than that, I don't really think I need anything. Chin up bar.
There you go.
Yeah,
dude. If you, I know, just coming from me where I've done the garage gym. I'm always hitting up the CrossFit games as soon as the games are over. Because bumpers are stupid cheap.
I think all those places. The guy who's teaching me Olympic weightlifting right now, shout out to Ben Claridad. I think he grabs equipment from Nationals weightlifting and the American Open and all that, because they get the brand new Rogue or Eleiko equipment, and they have nothing to do with it.
They just get rid of it because it's used.
So they have a whole training hall, and regionals and the games I think use different equipment.
Yep, it's true.
It's pretty insane.
Yeah, so I was looking at the bumpers mostly because they're practically brand new and they're competition style bumpers, so they're gonna last.
And even if they're not brand new, like they're gonna last forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, smart.
They're only used for like what, 3 days? So
and how many people actually touch that one? Because each little platform probably has 645s at it.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's pretty smart.
Yeah, for sure. So with damn, I had a question when you were talking about that. Arnie completely left me.
No worry.
So as far as like getting into Olympic lifting, what's got you going that route?
I think one, we'll be just frank here. One, it's content, and it's a new place to explore. And when people start like kind of questioning why I was being super training and all this, my main answer and the truth is, if you get complacent, if you stay in your comfort zone too long, you don't grow. I preach certain things, and the things I preach are one, because I believe in them, and two, it's because it's what I need to work on. So it's constant self-reminders. You know, I talk about having confidence, I talk about being passionate, and I talk about striving for progress. And I say those things not to like look down and preach on you, but also to like talk to myself in the mirror. Like, Mike, you need to know, like, these are your core values, and these are the things you need to start to really put in the forefront of your head in everything I do. So if I'm, the other thing is obviously just being a coach, a leader, whatever, you have to lead by example. So instead of just saying like, get out of your comfort zone, kids, like go and do new things and experience life, I have to do it.
You gotta practice with preach.
And so if I do it, hopefully it'll reach, inspire, teach more than just me saying that standing on a podium. So I've never Olympic weightlifted. I'm 20 years old, or excuse me, 28 years old. So 20 years of training, I've never touched it. Stiff as a board. Bench press for 15 years. It sucks. I suck at it. You know, my best snatch is like 100 pounds or something stupid. So it's embarrassing, but it's making me grow. It's making me think. It's making me learn. So that's the main reason. And then number two reason is that selfishly again, and being frank, I want to prove that I am the athlete that I say I am. A lot of people talk like, oh, back in high school I was pretty good.
Glory days, man.
Yeah, but I have some goals in my head that I'll probably announce down the road. But I think I can, by no means go to the Olympics or anything, but I think I can hit some numbers in Olympic weightlifting and prove like, no man, like Mike's a pretty decent athlete to pick that up.
I just want to let everybody know, at this moment in time, I can snatch more than Silent Mike.
Yeah, I think 70 kilos. I think 70 kilos is the PR.
There you go, man.
That's it.
That's pretty good.
It's not that good.
Well, considering you've never done it before.
For 4 weeks, I guess it's okay.
Yeah, for 4 weeks, it's not bad.
Yeah, not good enough.
Well, dude, with all that you've done, as far as powerlifting and now you're getting into Olympic lifting, you said you played basketball.
Yeah.
What if somebody was like completely new to fitness, has never picked up a barbell, never even looked at a barbell, let alone been able to touch one? What kind of advice would you have for them wanting to get into it?
I do think powerlifting is a great place to start because if you can hip hinge for a deadlift, if you can squat properly, and you can bench press, body weight or more, you'll be a lot easier to do anything else.
Right.
It's really hard to snatch if you can't bench press or body weight. You just won't have the shoulder strength. But the other main advices, I guess, are kind of what you said you did when we want to get in is just start searching the internet. There's a lot of bad information out there, but there's a lot of good information. So try to filter through some of that, learn as much as you can, but don't let that information paralyze you either. Because at the same time, not later, same time, you just have to begin. You have to start doing it. You're never going to get stronger, you're never going to get better if you just sit there. So you have to start moving barbells around the gym. If finances allow, a coach is always a good idea. Again, you're going to have to sift through some stuff to find a good coach, but either online, in person, there's good and bad. So interview them, make a good decision, but a coach is going to accelerate anything you do. Do research, maybe get a coach.
For sure. Now, one of the biggest things I can take from that is just do it.
Yeah.
Because John Welborn.
Yeah.
He's talking about how when people
Where's
say
he, Austin?
I think so.
He's awesome.
Yeah.
'Cause he was in LA. John's talk about a smart dude.
Yeah, he is. For sure. I listen to a lot of his podcasts too, but he talks about how he's like, people always talk about when to start. He's like, start today.
Yeah.
He's like, people say they're going to start tomorrow, never get shit done.
Yeah.
He's like, if you want to get shit done, do it today.
Right, and you can learn all this. Again, I don't know if it was off air or not. I forgot already, but you talk about learning the books, reading the books, watching all these people. But unless you're applying it to yourself, or applying it to clients, or applying it to you'll never know if it actually works. And application is just as important as information.
Yeah, no, so funny you should mention that. So, like I told you, I'm getting my degree in exercise physiology. Last fall, I took it was the specific course name is called Advanced Exercise Physiology, and you have to be a senior to take this class. And there's people in there, they're talking about, oh yeah, I've never actually done that before, and then they're like, can you help me with this or help me with that? And I'm like, these are basic movements. How have you?
You guys are in your mid-20s.
Yeah,
go do something.
You're a senior and you're getting your degree in exercise physiology.
Yeah.
How have you not done this?
I think that's just our schooling in a whole. Obviously in the exercise world, but we were talking about doctors, but anything in general, math, history, anything. You can learn about all this stuff, but if you're sitting in a classroom, that's only like one pathway to learn.
Right.
Reading it or seeing it, but doing it is what people call them learning disabilities, but it's not often a learning disability. It's just people have different pathways that they retain or understand information, and if someone's just preaching to you, again, it doesn't work. But if you do it, live it, see it, and read it, one of those are going to pick up, or a combination is going to pick up, and you can hopefully capture more knowledge.
No, absolutely. It just goes back to the practice what you preach sort of thing.
Yeah, exactly. Textbooks are horse shit. That's what it comes down to.